So the next game that I have to share with you all is one that I saw when I was perusing Steam for demos that seemed really interesting, and this one does not seem to work with my 8-bit DO, which is fine, but I do need to turn the audio down. It's a bit loud. Oh, much better. All right. So, this game is an open world exploration game that looked really, really cool. And this demo is more or less a test on the game's combat, as is said on the blurb given by the developer to say like, hey, this demo is to test the controls and the combat for people. So it's going to be a bit of a trial for me because, as I've said many a time, I'm not too much of a keyboard and mouse player, but I'm willing to give this a short try to see how far I can take this. So, yeah. And this game in question being... Let me get the audio, because I changed it, and then this to change. Sword Hero. There we go. Yeah, Sword Hero. So this is the Combat Arena demo, which, despite the name, it's more like a general test of the combat as you explore the world. So, yeah, I wanted to give this one a try because I really love the low poly aesthetic, and it seems like the game's got some really cool ideas presented as far as how you go about the world exploring and fighting. So I wanted to give this a try, and so far everything looks good as far as everything else is considered. Oh, wait. Gamepad support. Oh, wonderful. So gamepad support will be coming soon. Awesome. Love to see that. Thank you. So, yeah. Besides that, nothing else super... I don't have as much knowledge about the game, but with everything else out of the way, let's get started. Dev message, only this pre-alpha combat demo will have preset characters. Starting with the first alpha build, you will be able to create female characters, customize your face, skin color, facial hair, origin, traits, and eventually more. These characters represent different early game build, but doesn't include all the possibilities that will be in the game, such as prosthetic users, assassins, trappers, summoners, shapeshifters, necromancers, archlancers, and so on. So, these are likely just pre-built characters that the dev has provided for us to try out something. I'm going to go with the Ranger because, of course I do. But yeah, here we are. Already, I love how this looks and feels. So I guess lifting... Interesting. Ooh. Rusty short sword. I think a aiming reticle for what you're pointing at would be a good deal, but this is fine. Okay, there's my inventory. So what have I got equipped? I've got a woodcutter axe, tunic with hood, wooden clogs, sewn-up pants, stretched bow, eye patch, cloth armbands, weak healing potions, bandages, iron arrows, got the sword, relatively recent book detailing Westporty. Can I read it? There we go. Oh, cool! You can zoom in onto it. Westport, The Immortal Seed of the Kingdom by Salazar Fay, Yeah, Fay, Royal Archivist, 193 SE. Westport remains one of the most vital cities in the Ring's Western Arc, both for its age and position. Established shortly after subduing the great dragon Phyrexion by the first Lord of West, the city rose atop the cliffs as a stronghold, and later flourished as a center of trade, governance, and learning. The royal bloodline traces its rights to rule directly to the Ancient Pact, a tale well known all around the Ring. Two heads of the great dragon bent in front of the First Lord, but the third remained adamant. To secure their safety, the two heads entombed their brother head in molten iron. During the invasion, Threxen proved to be a vital element in the survival of the kingdom. Nearly the entirety of the population was wiped off the mainland, but West remained mostly intact aside from the land breach. Since then, Westport's strengths have been tied to its role as the western station of the Comet Line, a long overseas railway connecting the mainland and capital of the kingdom. While sea routes are more affordable generally, the Comet is still a widely used method of exporting goods from the island. Though the recent war with Neo-Westlandia has reduced maritime traffic to the Comet has reduced maritime traffic, the Comet continues to run, keeping goods and people moving, especially now that many adventurers see the situation on West as an opportunity to get rich and see Threxen with their own eyes. Westport endures, as it always has. Okay, that's cool, though, that we get to change around with the camera on, Can I throw this? Okay, probably not. I don't know if there's any kind of equip load. Hotbar. Okay. Chronicon Divinay. I want to see that. The earliest records speak of a time when dragons held dominion over the ring, and humans were their... That W is such an interesting W. I keep thinking that's an N. And humans were their servants for countless ages. The cause of their fall is lost to time, but it is said that around 3000 before the invasion, humans rose to independence. The event that sparked this change is obscured by myth and fading memory. By half a millennia before Invasion? Yeah. Before the invasion, that's the... Okay, so invasion with a capital I. By half a millennia before the invasion, humans had colonized all major islands, expanding their influence across the ring. With the rise of empires, old beliefs were discarded, and the world grew more unified. Then, in what we refer to as Year Zero, the invasion came. The Divines, beings from the sky, were initially worshipped, but an unexplained violent assault by them nearly wiped out humanity. It is said that soon after this, the deep was discovered, guided by the being known as Sword. From the deep came weapons, magic, and archlances that enabled the last survivors to fight back. By the year 35E, 3 SE, not 5, Sword Era. Okay, so SE Sword Era. The divine forces were repelled, but the years that followed brought internal strife and the depletion of weaponry. Magic was partially reverse engineered, but the power of the archlances remains finite to this day. After about 50 years, stability started to return, and small kingdoms began to reform under a global region called the Builder's Word, which states that the visitor sword was sent by the Builder, supposed creator of the Ring World. Today, the majority of younger generations have weakened faith in the Builder, especially following the year 190 SE, when the Golem was unearthed on the island of Wes. Well, already there is quite a world crafted here. And Codex Circulus. Codex Circulus, the Ring. Dear reader, within these pages lies the collected wisdom of our age's most esteemed minds, drawn from years of careful observation and study. It is our hope that by the end of this volume you will grasp the truth long known by the faithful, that this perfect ring, was no accident of nature, but a gift wrought by none other than the Builder himself. Okay, so this is what they were talking about. Though his enduring will and the harmony woven into every inch of the ground, through his enduring will and the harmony woven into every inch of the ground, we may walk with certainty. So long as we hold fast to the Builder's word, the ring shall endure and remain ever ours. The ring is the soil we walk and the sky we see, an endless curve of land that rises into the heavens. Its far side visible on clear days like a dim visage. Night comes when its opposite side moves between us and the sun, casting long shadows across the land. The air grows thinner and colder the farther one travels towards the outer edges, where few dare settle. Scholars chart its turning, mages speak of its purpose, but none yet agree on how our world came to be. It pains me to even write about this, but it must be stated, dear reader. Even today, there are heretics like necromancers and lunatics in their so-called Neo-Westlandia, which believe the deep to be anything other than a collection of ordinary caves in which our ancestors found refuge by the guidance of his sword. It is of the utmost importance to teach our offspring the correct ways, for if we stray too far from the path of the past, or if we stray too far from the past will rear its awful face. Okay. So there's opposing factions here. Okay, that's a torch. Okay, so that... Okay. Okay, and then pressing the number key against sheaths. Can I pick this? Or open it? No, I didn't want to... Okay. Oh, whoa, okay. How many lockpicks have I got? Oh, that was my only one. Oops.
Hey there.
A plea. Hello, I'm Livia Winford of Micro. Mealbugs has found their way into my house, and I cannot deal with them. Too many. I'm willing to pay for Summion. Please look for me in Westboro Lower Town, second house after tavern. Leva Widow of Micro. Die advertisement. Are you tired of your bland clothes? Do you want to look dashing like a noble? Then look no further than Bianca's Dye Shop in Westport. With generations of experience under our belt and locally produced dyes, we can make anything you imagine happen. Don't settle for the mediocrum. Come to Bianca's. Mediocrum? I've never heard that before. Wanted poster. Wanted dead or alive. By decree of his lordship, Withgar JJJ, I hereby... Or no, Withgar the Third. Motherfucker, I keep thinking that's a J. Withgar the Third, I hereby proclaim Dominic Vifet an enemy of the kingdom and strip him of his former titles. In a drunken fit of rage, he used the magic bestowed upon him by the builder to murder his own family in cold blood. Reportedly, he was last seen heading north towards Neo-Westlandia, presumably to coat and join the heretics. Yeah, coat and join the heretics. If anyone can find him and mete out justice, bring proof of the deed to the captain's office in Westport. Reward for live capture 6,000, reward for corpse 5,000, reward for identifiable body part 4,000. Okay. So we've got bounties. Sup, bro? Hail, traveler. Want to try your luck in our arena? Perhaps I can interest you in my wares. Perhaps another day. Farewell. Okay, so that's stealing. All right, let's head out. Can we go out? Heavy kick. Okay, so F is my kick there, so I just assigned a combat skill. All right, I guess I can't do any exploring. So it is all just combat test. Good to know. I've got 120 gold on me? Yeah. Okay, and then these are the other number keys I've got. So hitting 3 will do healing potion and 4 is bandage. So bandaging probably takes care of something like bleed damage. In that case, show me your wares. What do you have? Okay, so my inventory in the shop. Okay, so we all have a bartering system from the looks of it. A little more than a relic. Its edge is worn. It's steel corroded, yet in the right hands it could still hold the weight of desperation. Ooh, or it still holds the weight of desperation. Plant on the verge of dying. You could probably forge a leaf or two off of it. Okay. Well, you take the sword. It'd probably be... It is nice that it shows the boosts that I could get from the stuff that I've got, but I want to do this to offset a trade. Arming sword, a simple yet dependable weapon, balanced for both defense and offense. It carries the tradition of 1,000 battles, though its purpose remains ever the same. Length 1.4. So I'm guessing that's just the money that is taken off from the amount that I would be sold to. More than what you're asking for. Okay. Iron armlets. Value 320. You need to offer at least equal worth of goods. Yeah. So it needs to balance out in order for the transaction to go through. Cool. Okay. What else have you got? Arrows. Is there anything I can't afford? Simple pants. It does not look like it. Okay, I don't know if I just... Alright, let's fight in the arena. You seem like a newcomer, so let me tell you. Here in Westport, the matches go until death. You'll first go up against some unlucky bastard who drank himself strong. Come back for your money afterwards. If you win, that is. Alright, let's try it out. Oops. I hit 3 on accident. Unsheath your melee weapon or first press 1 or 2. You can also use radial menu by Q. Beware neutral attacks. Neutral characters will ask you to put away your weapon if it... Okay. Good to know. Also, I think I just saw a funny thing there. Ow. You can also dodge by default using Alt to get some distance from your enemies. Okay. Dodges are generally easier to perform than parries. The first half of your dodge animation provides full immunity, but you are left vulnerable while recovering. So... Alt? Oh, I see. Damn it. Okay. So, advanced techniques, damage... Okay, so that's essentially all saying that damage calculation and stuff around the combat is based on your movement and the advanced techniques you could do. Also, I think I'm... Can I... Okay, now it's just... Restart arena, I guess. Okay, odd.
Hey there.
It wasn't taking me to a game over screen. Also, yeah, if we've got prosthetics, since there's a light rail in this game also has, like, kind of techie stuff going on as well in this. So there's a lot to... there's a lot in this setting that I'm really interested in seeing, since we've got a light rail, apparently. What if I were to throw this at this guy? There we go. Get kicked, nerd. Okay, now I'm getting used to it. Okay, this feels fun. And yeah, I guess the bow takes too long to charge to attempt to fight with melee like this. Your poise has been broken. Poise is shown in a golden bar. Impact, blah, 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 blah. Okay. There we go. Round 1, 1. Awesome. Also, that's a dead isopod? Huh. Cool. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can see this being fun. This is really nice. How come you're back so soon? Your poor sod had been dealt with. What am I up against next? Ha! So you're not a good for nothing, eh? Well done. Here's your reward. Next up, you'll face a group of gnars. I'll signal the gatekeeper. All right. Well, how much did that get me for money? 320. Okay. Well, I don't have the torches on me anymore. It's like 1,000 for that. That's crazy. Okay. Smith goggles. Scorching heat. Unhindered mobility. Actually... So, 220? There we go. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, and equip. There we go. That's some extra armor on me, which is nice. Gnars, huh? Ugh. Oh, there's another one. Oh my god, this thing hurts. Holy shit, I'm getting killed by a bunch of moles. Whoa! Okay, you know what I probably should have done is hop on that rock. Shit. Hey, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. Alright. So yes, there is dismemberment that happens in this game since, you know, there are prosthetics you can grab too. Okay, question is... Okay, yeah, I start from the beginning, which, you know, good to know. We'll try that again, and then I think that'll probably be it, because I've gained an idea as to how this works now. Although now... Oh, God. Camera. There we go. I do want to see on how I could potentially... get this to unlock. Nope. That's going to take a lot of trial and error in the full game. All right. Also, it seems like there is specified weak point attacking in this as well. If me hitting his arm was any indication. Oh, God. Okay. Blood runs out, you die. Yeah. Okay. That could have gone better. Show me your wares. Do you have potions I can buy? Okay, yes. I'll get 2. And I'm guessing the balance is probably related to... Like, balance is probably just like auto balances your money with the stuff you're getting from the arena or from the store in question. Okay, let's take a look at everything here. So that's inventory status. Head toward... Ooh, you have percentages to check based on your body parts that are damaged. That's neat, actually. So yeah, I'm gradually healing my left hand and my right hand, which I guess could be dependent on, like, equipment you've got as well as bandaging you're doing. So I put a bandage on, so now I'm doing that, and I'm guessing there might be specified body part healing if it came down to it, since there's an ailment thing here. That's really cool. And this is my character stuff. Speed 103%, max weight 18, learn points 0. Okay. And there's no map or journal because we can't get any quests, and there is no exploration in this. So, yeah, as they said, this is going to be just checking on the this is just checking on the combat and seeing how it plays. And so far it plays nicely. I just am not used to fighting with keyboard and mouse on these kinds of games, so I'm very, very out of my depth on this, but I'm getting used to it slowly. Okay. Well, what I want to do for this next fight is see if I can hop on top of anything. Alright, poor saw dealt with. Alright, if I can get past the Nars, I'd like to, so I can do another thing. But if not, then that's fine. I'll just, I'll probably end after that, because I think we've gotten a good idea as to what we're looking at here. Hehehe. Yeah, see? Okay, specified damage area, we got the decapitation. Experience plus 50. There we go. Was that cheap? Yes, but that was a win. I count it. I mean, you see how those things could just pile on top of me? That was crazy. I'm sure they've heard this squealing even in Neo-Westlandia. Indeed, those Nars are no match for me. Yes, I believe you've had plenty of encounters with these critters. For the next round, we have this weird fella. You see, he has a bunch of trained dogs. Take care, stranger. Show me your wares. I would like some more arrows. Ooh, steel arrows. How much are they per arrow? 24. Jesus. Okay. Let's take 15. Yep, sure enough. Okay. And I'll do some more iron arrows to get 20 of those. Never mind, not 20. 15? Oh, that took 5 off. I'm dumb. So let's get 15 of these. Better. Balance. Accept. Can I afford another potion? No. So yeah, if it's 9 times 15... Yeah. I could get, like, 2 more for 18 out of it. Sure. Why not? That might mean the difference between living and dying, having 2 arrows. Holy shit. Oh, that potion wind up. Feels awful. Wrong button. Or wrong key, rather. Okay. Ah, I'm dead. Damn it. Oh, that was such a good run. Okay, well, I think it's fair to say I got a pretty decent look as to how the game works. So, yeah, this is what you see when you boot up the game for the first time. Although now I'm curious about how the others play. You know what, fuck it. We're gonna try out the melee guy and the magic person next, just to see, because I want to know how they play versus the ranger. I just went with ranger first because I tend to go sneaky archer with these kinds of games, so yeah. But yeah, this is what happens when I boot up the game for the first time. It's, welcome to the very first test of Sword Hero. This is not the full game or even a full slice of it. Instead, we built a small, closed arena to give you an early look at our combat system. The goal here is simple. Try out the combat, push it to the limits, and share your feedback with us. Everything you see is still very early in development, so expect rough edges. Sword Hero itself will be an open-world RPG where your choices truly matter, with deep combat and extensive customization systems waiting for you. We would love to hear what you think, so join our Discord community and let us know. Good luck, and have fun. And if the funny thing is, I clicked on it, understood too quickly, and then some red text appeared at the bottom and said, "You didn't read that, did you?" with a smiley face. So they're a little cheeky with it, which I think is fun. All right, let's try out our warrior guy here. I'd like to get a shirt for some defense. Show me your wares. We start with 120 this time. Can I afford a shirt? I cannot afford a shirt. Not even a vest. Simple shirt, can't even afford that. All right, well, in that case, we'll just go in the arena. I will say, this feels very fun. I am very much liking this so far. Okay, bandages and that. Let's take stock of my stuff, actually. Dull S-Talk. Weapon of intent. Its blade has been worn down to its handle due to misuse. Some of its reach remains, as does the faint echo of a sharper purpose. And reinforced boots. Simple leather boots reinforced with metal plating. Okay. Oh, that's slow. Oh, God. This is really slow. And this, people, is why I tend to prefer dex builds in these kinds of games. Okay, so I can miss those. Hitbox is not generous on those. Oh, cool! The bandages actually appear on the character, albeit briefly, which is nice. Let's heal up. Sod button dealt with. Show me your wares. Buy up this shirt. And it's going to be those mole guys next, which isn't going to be fun. We'll try that out, and if I die, then I'll switch to the wizard, and then we'll be done with this. I will say, I'm having fun, because this is... I like the idea of having to actually be more pinpoint with your blows to either disarm an enemy or have a certain limb removed. That's very, very nice. There we go. A little bit of armor. One. Okay, so being much stronger, they die in one hit. There we go. All right, let's heal up and then head back in. Talk. Show me your wares. I do want a couple more potions. So it's 50 per, so we can only get one. There we go. Indeed, they were no match for me. And show me your wares again. Anything else I can get? Iron armlets, and I've got chain bracers to start. What's a truncheon? A heavy, unrelenting force forged to break bones and shatter resolve. Its blunt strikes are not for mercy, but for ensuring that none stand after its passage. Okay, well... I am going to stick with what I've got, but I am liking what I'm seeing here otherwise. Yeah. A headband. Eye patch, a simple eye patch made of leather. I don't see any other head-based armor here, so you know what? Let's take that headband. Okay. Nope, don't sell that. Just trying to equip it from that menu. All right, and then equip. There we go. Now we're kind of looking like Conan of the barbarian variety. I feel terrible. I do not like doing that. Did I kill him with the kick? I must have. Yep, I did. Okay. Well, it's round 3. Ooh, I can loot him. Loot. What do you have? Slices of meat. And then a loot. Sturdy loot. It seems like a craftsman knew their thing. Might be worth something. Okay, so I'll sell that back to that guy. Did the first guy actually have anything worth looting? Where is he even? Alright, I guess I'll just pick that up. Because it was just the short sword. Okay, nothing of value on him. Okay. Back again. You're a tough one. And the dogs and their master have been put down. You have made a good sum, stranger. No one would have guessed a newcomer like you to stand there. Guessed a newcomer like you to stand their place so well. Here's your share. The next bout is somewhat special. A group of grayskin. Only lesser ones. Don't worry. I'm sure it'll all be well. Surely. Anything else I can help you with? Sure. I will sell these to you. So now I've got 1,000. Yearning for a fire. Well, we don't have cooking in this game yet, so I think I'll just sell these. 395 for this. That's crazy. Yeah, 5 times. Yeah. Balance. Accept. And then, because I now have that, still can't afford the arming sword, but I can afford the bastard sword. And the S-Dock can go away. And then I'm going to buy some more healing potions. Let's see, 9 per, or no, 50 per. So let's go with 4. And you know what? 50 lockpicks. Let's go 5. Might as well. Use the last of my gold for that. Alright. Farewell. Can I even... Okay, so I can fight with my bare fists. Good to know. Equip. And then see if I can get this thing to unlock for me. So that's a yes. Still no. So I have to get them in a specific order, but I don't see any indicators on how to get about on that, but I guess we'll find out later. Alright. Ugh! What the fuck? Ew! These things are nasty. Missed. Shit. Nice, one down. Oh, they can attack each other. Oh, ah. Beautiful. I know about PSI to use your ability. Okay. Good to know. Woo! Oh god. Shit. There, that's a good hit. We're getting there. It's just... There we go. Whew, okay. It's slow but sure. Okay, I'm out of bandages. There we go. Ah! Got the backstab on me. Motherfucker. Okay, that was good, though. Alright, main menu, then we're trying the magic person, and then after that... Yeah, see? You didn't read it, huh? And then after that, we will stop. God, you get into this, though. This is fun. They've got a really cool system here. Alright, what have we got with you? Equipment. Oh. Rusty short sword. Rune of Lesser Spark. Okay, so... I'm guessing that's maybe my one? Powerful rune created by having magical runes etched into an ordinary rock instead of one skin. The resulting powers are lesser, with no direct host to draw from. Okay, so magic in this world depends on a host to draw magic from, and because it's on a rock and not a person, it's not drawing as much power. Okay, neat. Excuse me, I had a hiccup.
Hey there.
Missing perk. Ah. So I can't lockpick because I got no perk for it. Alright, fight in the arena. Perhaps another day. I hope this arena stays in the final game because this could be a good way for players to make money. Okay, I want to try that. Okay, but my psi energy already is full since I'm a mage. Interesting. And then I build it up by attacking with a normal melee. Ad break started. BRB, everybody. Hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do. And we're back. All right, sorry I got distracted. This game's making me really invested, and I'm actually having a lot of fun, so I'm forgetting the ad breaks are even happening. So, back into the action. There we go. All right, can I loot? I want to loot you. Loot. Only 1 gold. No. Take all that. 2 bottles of beer. Bottle filled with frothing hop beer. Put 100 bottles of beer on the wall. 100 bottles of beer. Take one down. Pass it around. Meat bug. Or meal bug. Okay, so not an isopod. Alright, that's stuff to sell. Okay, but my PSI can actually slowly recharge since I'm a mage. So that's good to know. Okay, 200 gold. Show me your wares. And then... what if I were to sell you this beer? Jesus, 600... 6,900 night... or 690. Nice. Okay, so 1,015. Light helmet. Sure. So 217 and then 738 900, that'd be 900. So 15. So that'd be 955, right? Yes. Okay. Sure. I'll take more defenses. Farewell. We'll equip. Wait, equip and equip. I don't know why it suddenly went dark. There we go. kind of funny that it looks more patchwork, but is somehow has higher armor. Weird. All right. I could picture this being a really fun game to do streams of. This is, I'm having fun here. So 545. Anything that I can get that's around 500? Smith hammer. Because I don't, and because I don't have the locksmithing perk, I can't try for that chest. Oh well. Do I want chain bracers? Get these, because I actually don't have bracers. Or, you know what? I wonder, does the equipment type alter how my character acts? Or how my character can perform? Because I'm wondering, like, does it affect how my movement is? Well, in any case, equip. Okay, yeah, there's a weight capacity. Yep, sure enough. Okay, so because something in my stats is not letting me have those bracers on. Good to know. You take these back. What do I want instead? Would I need anything instead? Sure, fingerless gloves. And I think that's everything. Medicine pouches. A pouch of crushed herbs for healing body ailments. Okay, so that's likely for poison. But I've got bandages. I think we're good, actually. So let's head out. Let's roll. Okay, and then equip these, and we are set. Holy shit, this spell obliterates them. Wow! That's insane power! Okay. Damn. Okay. Wow. Shit, that was really, really strong. They were no match for me. I don't know, there's not much else I really need from this guy. You don't sell mana potions, or psi potions. I mean, I could use a better short sword, or a better melee weapon, period. But I can't afford any of those right now. The woodcutter's axe isn't really that much of a... It's a better damage amount, but the length's shorter. And it's probably a little slower, too. And I'm guessing when it comes to the final game, you'll also level up your ability to carry more stuff. So, there's that. I guess maybe the next weapon that I'll try to get would be an axe or this truncheon weapon. So I'll save up for that. Alright. Let's go. Alright, I'm buying some bandages. Because for... Oh, wait, no, I do have bandages. Oh, they're just not on my Hot Wheel. Hold on. Oh, they're just on 5. Never mind. I'm used to them being on different slots. Okay. Okay, I need to buy more healing potions. Let's buy 3. Seems to be a good number. That unfortunately used up the gold I would have used, but we'll see if we can survive the next round. If we can't, then, as I said, this will be the last one I do before I end off on this video, but as I say, this is very fun. If I'm quiet when I play a game, that's when I'm having fun. Okay, that's 1 dead. Oops, wrong button. I just went in the wrong direction. Not enough PSI? Okay. I'm out of bandages. Okay. I'm out of PSI potions too. I'm dead, I think. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. It's hard to do because I'm also having to figure out keyboard stuff and survive in the heat of the moment. Oh. Oh, they can pick up my body. Okay, well. As I said, that is going to be it for this one. That is very fun. I wonder how differently it may control with a controller, and I'm kind of hoping that we get that because, I, as I said, am very much a newbie when it comes to controlling stuff with a keyboard and mouse, so if I could change to controller, that would be very preferable, but otherwise, oh, that combat's fun. Oh, that combat's very fun. Like, hitting specified weak points in order to get the upper hand on your enemy, having to keep an eye on your own weak points to see that you're not losing an arm out of nowhere. The only thing that I could say needs an improvement is maybe having some sort of reticle in the center to see where your camera's pointing specifically, because with no reticle, I can't really tell where my magic or my arrows are hit. Well, the arrows had reticle. Just like a general reticle to see where you're pointing so you know what you're interacting with too, to be like, oh, I'm looking at the torch, I'm looking at the chest, I'm looking at the lamp, I'm looking at the book. Like, just a general reticle to see where your character's camera is looking. But otherwise, this was outrageously fun. I had a great time, and I really look forward to whenever this comes out. Speaking of, the release date on this is put as to be announced, but there is going to be a likely an alpha test in the future to try out the game in a alpha state. So if this game has interested you at all, first, I recommend you try this demo to get used to the combat and see how you like it. Second, see if you can get into that alpha testing, because this has got some potential to be very fun. So yeah, that'll be all for Sword Hero. Big recommendation. Big thumbs up.